Okay. Okay, so I did send you like a meditation video that can help you, as well as some breathing exercises, because you have a lot, if not every day, often you have a lot going on like during your day. Like I feel like your day is, and even if it's not like a lot going on, it's a lot going on up here where you're like trying to like, I don't even know if you're trying to do it on purpose or it just seems like it's so much to do. Um excuse me. But it's almost like trying to like, give me a second. Make the, I don't know if it's like plans that you have to get done and then you only have so little time, so you have to like try to fill it in into one day. You look beautiful today, by the way. But yeah, so like just make sure you just take a minute and just sit down and do nothing and breathe. And I like to do like the in like in my nose 4 time count, hold it for 5 and then release it for 6 counts. I mean 8 counts. And do that like 4 times at least. And that tends to help me. Like literally, like you'll feel better. Like I don't even know how it works, but it does. um, so just, work on like smaller self-time practices.
All right.
Okay, so let's get into it. What's going on with my Miss Minnie? What does she need to know about herself? I feel like you're being too hard on yourself because this deck it feels really hard. If look, it's hard to fold, it's hard to shuffle, and usually my decks are, simple, easy, flowing. So be gentle with yourself. So the way that I learned how to be gentle with myself is I think about how I treat other people. I'm always gentle with other people's their feelings, their thoughts, their emotions. I don't judge them. Like I'm not hard on them. Like why can't I do that for myself? You know? So just try to practice what you preach for yourself. You know? Okay, so Queen of Wands. So you're actually coming off very, very beautiful, very attractive, um, very, I'm hearing like spicy. Okay. Very spicy. I'm like,
Well,
what?
I mean, it's been a minute.
All right, what does she need to know? What's going on? So we got the death card. So something you're going through a transformation. Wow, this is beautiful. Okay, Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So we have the death card, strength, Eight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Fool, and then the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Honey. So with the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, that means that's the overall energy, this fast action, taking action. It's like things about to you're about to like rush in quickly into this transformation, like a transformation is about to happen like that. And it's almost like you're gonna take off into this transformation, because you're gonna see that this death card, which is about endings, death is represents transformation. Something has to end. It's over, done, nada, does not exist. Yes, it happened. I don't know why I'm hearing never happened. So I don't know if you're more of a like forgive and forget kind of person, or if like you like kind of make yourself forget your experiences when they're too rough or too much. But we don't want to forget. Like, yeah, the memories can hurt. They can be, you know, detrimental, but we have to learn how to work through it, because if when we forget the traumatic things, like forget like it never happened, right?
Yeah.
How will we learn? Like, how will we know not to allow it to happen again? Or how will we know not to do it again? That's why it's important to remember, but don't hold on to the pain or the sorrow, like whatever negative um thing that it brought, whether it's a negative emotion, a negative thought, a negative pattern. We want to let that go, but we don't want to forget the experience, because otherwise we're going to repeat it, because we don't. Yeah, you know how like history, you know, like that term history repeats itself. The only reason why history repeats itself because somehow throughout history they erase it. There's so much about the world, the life we don't know that actually happened because they erased it and we're literally repeating it. So, and it's because nobody wants to remember. They don't want us to remember. So I think it's important that when this ending happens, or as maybe it already happened, but it created this resilience in you. Like, see how she's holding that lion? Like, she is the master of fear now.
Mm-hmm.
She's literally like you're, and this is you. She is you. You is strength. You're facing death. You're facing this ending, and you're looking at this ending like, wow, is it really over and done? It's no, I'm hearing it in a different. It's funny, like I'm hearing it in a different tone. It's really over and done, opposed to questioning it. Is it really over and done? Because and then with this resilience that you gathered, like you're able to actually walk away from whatever, and maybe you're walking away from the Knight of Swords. You know this chaotic energy, like this charge, like people charging into you, people creating some type of chaos, right? But you're walking away from this after things ended. And guess what you're walking right into? The Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, financial ability, stability. Like you're like literally, I love when the cards reflect exactly what it's saying. So like for example, the strength card, she's looking, facing, looking at the death card, reflecting, looking back, like that's that's really over. And now when you're walking away, walking into abundance, walking into it, saying, I'm leaving these cups behind, all this, whatever this was, because each cup represents a type of emotion, a type of feeling, walking away from it, right into this abundance. But I feel like with this card facing the other way, it's almost like maybe I don't want to say you're chasing it, but like you have this knowing that this abundance won't just come to you because it could look like this, right? The way the cards
Mm-hmm.
lay out, the hand facing this way, but then this person is walking away from the abundance, and the spirit's trying to bless them and they're walking away from it, right? But it's this way. So it's like there's this knowing that you understand now, like, okay, if I want the bag, I gotta let this go and I gotta go towards it, right? And doing that puts you on back on the fool's journey. The fool is the first card. It has zero. Each card has numbers on them. It's the first card, but it's also the last card. So you start as the fool and you end as the fool. Because it was at the end, I feel like you completed something, like a lesson. You completed a lesson and now you're ready to walk into a new beginning. You're ready to take a leap of faith in a different way. You know how like sometimes, because this could be the fool, depending on what cards are following, right? The fool can be like foolish. That's a foolish decision to just jump off that cliff without a parachute,
Mm-hmm.
right? But in this way, this is a trust fall. This is saying I'm trusting. I'm trusting. See how now, look, it's facing the fool. So you have to take the fool's journey. Take a leap of faith. That trust that these hands are gonna catch you. Trust that this abundance is gonna be right. You're just gonna fall right into it. I'm hearing like this is about so much more. So I feel like what you like whatever you're experiencing, whatever this death was, whatever this Knight of Swords was, it's about so much more, is what I'm hearing. All right, tell me about the death card. What has ended here? Whoa.
Tell you about the what?
The death card.
All right.
The Seven of Swords in reverse. This is the Seven of Swords. In my head, I'm saying I hate this card, but I love to see it in reverse. But then in my head, I'm also saying, don't say that, you know. But the Seven of Swords is the card of deception. This is sneaky behavior, getting away with something, stealing, thievery, sneaking around. They're stealing swords and looking back like, I hope they don't see me. I hope they don't know it was me. Like, you know, but it's
Mm,
in reverse. And I feel like this has to do with accountability.
mm,
So you're walking away from um behaviors. It's funny because I want to talk, but so much is coming, like so many like messages coming through. So I'm like trying to catch up with it. So and it could be sneaky behavior, right? So you're ending the death card, got clarified by the Seven of Swords in reverse. So sneaky behavior, you're like, I feel like you're starting to going on this journey, whatever this experience was, that Knight of Wands, whatever happened with the Knight of Swords, I mean, um, you've learned, like, you're seeing some type of accountability, and it's like, hey, I you know, like that, what you're responsible for, right? What part did you play in it? And
mm,
instead of blaming the other person or the other situation or the other, it's like, what part did I play in that? And then, because when you blame other people and not acknowledge or take accountability for your part, there's no way to change the behavior.
okay.
And then we have the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is my mind fuck card. She's like tied to swords, blindfolded, can't move, but she's tied up. Let me see. She's tied up with tissue paper. So it's almost like an illusion too. That's why I call it the
Mm,
mindfuck card, because this is where, when I was talking to you earlier about just taking a minute to do some breathing exercises. This will allow, when you do that, your mind will become a little bit clearer, and you'll think and you'll be able to hear what to do. And spirit might say, just start dancing. Because when you dancing, guess what? There's swords back there. It's just gonna cut through the paper, right? And you
true.
free. So it's like you just have to clear your mind. And it's funny because remember I said the King of Wands and it was the King of Swords. There's a King of Wands. So there's some type of, this is my fuck boy card, in and out. This guy don't stick around. He come to the door and then he get what he want and he out to the next.
Mm,
So, but I feel like with this Eight of Swords, this is like not seeing the truth, not seeing the clarity, not feeling like not feeling responsible, not almost feeling like I had no choice. I had to go where I was led, or go where, like, allow, I had to, like, I didn't know. I didn't know he was a fuck boy, right? Like, I was too busy wearing rose colored glasses. I was too busy not looking or paying attention to what's beneath the veil, or there was a veil over my eyes.
mm,
Oh, okay. What's happening? What's happening? Okay. All right, strength card, Eight of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Can I get some clarity here? The Hermit. Yeah, you about to take some time out to yourself, some hermit time, quiet time, really do some soul searching.
like I should, I'm going to, or like I that's something I should decide to do.
Yep. So you're going to,
Okay, good.
like, this is what's going to like bring in that strength. Like, just taking that solitude time. See how she's closing the laptop? I never noticed that before. I noticed the laptop, but I never looked at it like that. Like, she's actually closing it.
Mm,
She's closing it. I never looked at it like that. I always knew that was a lap. I thought she was opening it. I always looked at it like she's opening it, like the laptop, to do research, but that didn't that never made sense to me. When you're in hermit mode, it's like you need to shut off all electronics, do not disturb, whatever. She's actually closing it. It's crazy. But this is about self-time, reflection, self-reflection, going within, going deep, looking at yourself, seeing the star within. And with the Six of Wands, that's where your victory comes in. Once you come out of this hermit mode, you're going to be celebrated. Or you're going to be celebrated, because Six of Wands is about recognition. recognition for your work, recognition for your whatever you done. The Emperor and the Chariot. Ooh. See, there's a lot of major arcanas. So the major arcanas are these type of cards, like when they don't have like numbers like ace, two, three, four, five, six, when they're just people. The Emperor and the Chariot, and the Death card, and the Hermit, and the Strength card. Those are all, and the Fool. Those are all what we call major arcanas. Major arcanas represents destiny. Like it was destined to happen. The universe is involved. This was a part of your birth chart. This was a part of what was meant to happen. So with this, during this, after this hermit mode, this emperor is going to show up. So I don't know if you're looking for like an emperor, like a husband, an emperor is like, he's like the highest king in the deck. He's the emperor. He trumps the kings. He's all the kings. He embodies all of them. King of Wands, King of Pentacles, King of Cups. Um, what am I missing? King of Swords. And with the chariot, chariot represents moving forward, fast forward movement. So like, this person could have a chariot. I mean a chariot. That's giving past life for me to say chariot, but I'm looking at the motorcycle. But it is the chariot card. But chariot is basically like a car. It's a vehicle. It's way, back in the Egyptian days, how they got around. So this that could represent this somebody that your soul, so your soul's gonna like feel familiar, like I know you from somewhere, like even if you just met them. Wow. And as I was struggling to say the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords came out. So, but when this person comes around, you're going to be in this Queen of Swords energy.
Mm.
You're going to be more strategic, logical, because you're literally, why I can't talk. You're remembering what happened when you moved too fast. You're remembering what happened when you allow other people to make decisions for you. You remember when you allow yourself to just, I guess, take the fool's journey on somebody else's dime versus on your own, you know, um, on your own, on your, like, because you want to, there's nothing wrong with doing anything as long as it doesn't hurt you or anybody else, but do it because you want to. But yeah, you're gonna be very because she's not even facing the emperor. She's not facing him. So it's like this emperor is probably already in your energetic field. He's probably already watching you. He's probably already, like, I just had somebody tell me he was watching me for 3 years. He watched all my videos faithfully. And I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that. It's like, should I be like intrigued, flattered, or worried?
Right.
Because 3 years is just crazy. Not to mention, like he even mentioned, he would watch, like when he was dating a girl, he would watch my readings while she was right there. And she would say, "Why are you watching this? You watching it like it's a TV show." But I'm just like, but I feel like that's what this is gonna be like. This is gonna be somebody that is probably gonna know a lot about you because they've been paying attention. And I just got confirmation that remember I was talking about the major arcanas. A lot of what's happened or what's happening has to do with your path. Like it's in your birth chart. You're meant to experience these things in order to become who you were meant to be. Because I'm seeing, like, I noticed like she has like two moons on her jacket, and then she has a star right here on her chest or her heart. It's like you're being carried or you're being supported maybe by the universe, by the stars. You're being guided. All right, do you have but you're gonna be so different after this. Like you're gonna be more, this is a logical thinker. This isn't somebody that's just like pretending I don't know anything. I'm just a girl. Like, no, the queen knows. The
I
queen
be saying,
knows.
I be saying that so much.
The queen knows she knows who she is. She knows how to set boundaries. She questions. See that hand? My favorite. Come hither.
Mm.
Stay there. You ever watch Bridgerton? How Queen
Yes.
Charlotte is?
Yes.
I love when she say no. I already be knowing what she gonna say. I already know she gonna
Yeah.
say no. I don't even know why y'all ask her. So, but
Right.
I feel like you're coming into this. You're coming into this awareness of you are the you are in control of your life. You no longer have to let people just move you and push you here and push you there, and you're in control of your life. You're in control of who you allow in your life. Just because the wind brought in the motherfucking Knight of Wands doesn't mean he's meant to be in your life. It's okay to say, "Wait a minute,
Mm.
I got a question. What are your intentions?" Because I have intentions when it comes to relationships or when it comes to what I do with my body. Like me personally, I can't have sex without it being something real. I can't. I mean, I could physically do it, but mentally afterwards, oh, bro, you my man or not? Because if not, we're just not talking again. You getting blocked. We not. I'm matter of fact, I don't even know you, bro. You know, so it's like now you're learning how to be more logical when it comes to like what impacts you, what impacts your life. But yeah, you're gonna have a victory here, girl. Victory and the star. What is this? What else want to come out? Two of Pentacles. Okay, so you have some juggling to do, have to choose, or you
Mm.
know, I feel like you're gonna find balance. I feel like you're gonna figure out like how to balance, because maybe before hold on, how people able to call me? I put my phone on do not disturb, but
They must be your favorites.
right. But that's usually everything is a sign. So I feel like even for you, when you that's what why you in the Two of Pentacles. Maybe you feel like you have no control, like how that phone call just came through. Look at this like confirmation. You see that? You see my light flickering?
Wait, what does that mean?
It's usually a confirmation. It's like letting us know like yeah you're on the money. So
Okay.
basically what I'm trying to say, when that phone call came in, as I'm reading, I put my phone on do not disturb, which means nobody should be able to call. Like they can
Right.
call, but it's gonna go to voicemail, right?
Right.
So it didn't, it came straight through. So the phone was like, we don't get no fuck what you doing, did you busy, we coming through. So like that's how people approach your life. And so
Mm-hmm.
what you have to do, even though you're busy, even though you have plans, even though you don't even want to do shit today, somebody coming through,
Mm. Right.
you know, no, you you get to choose who can interrupt your space. You can
Mm.
ignore the call, you can block numbers, you can walk away, you can choose yourself. So let's say, maybe for you, because my baby daddy is like this, he just have a problem with blocking people. He feel like it's too much. That's fine. So just choose yourself. So when you say, okay, I'm choosing myself in this situation, what does that look like? How can you choose yourself when somebody is interrupting your life? When somebody's coming through when it's your self time? How can you choose yourself and do that?
Just ignore them.
Yeah, that works. That works. So do you have questions before I get into the final stuff? Or did that
Mm-mm.
answer your questions?
Wait, when you say final stuff, you mean like what? Like what? What's
Well,
this?
we're just we're gonna wrap up the reading.
Okay, 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 okay.
Do you have questions, like specific questions, or did this kind of like tap right into it?
Yeah, this definitely checks the boxes.
I love that. All right, let's get some final clarity here. Too passive. Take initiative to meet someone and keep the passion ignited. So maybe one of the things that, so I don't know if you're being too yeah, it's definitely you. I'm talking about I don't know.
Yeah, I know that's definitely me. I am for sure
Yeah.
as
So you're
we
too passive, and that's that. As far as like if you're questioning like why isn't the emperor here? Why can't I, you know, finally be there with him? You know, it's you're too passive. So you're working through that. You need to take the initiative to meet someone and keep the passion ignited. I'm feeling big on a keep the passion ignited because what happens is you could have what's called an intimacy wound. And when we have intimacy wounds, anytime it gets too passionate or too much or too, we tend to run away. We tend to we tend to get too busy, you know. Being a victim, you feel hopeless to change your love life, but you can change whenever you want. Mm-mm-mm. Addiction. You are either obsessed with someone. What is happening? You are obsessed with someone or struggling with addiction. Get help. So you obsessed with someone, girl?
it definitely has to be the second one.
Okay.
Cause ain't nobody to be obsessed with.
So
Addiction.
burn?
Like, does it have to be drugs?
No. Addiction can be sex, drugs, drinking, um, porn, anything that you do too much of and it's not healthy. Like so, um, or it creates more problems than it does, you know, res- act, no, if I could talk. What is happening? Like, hold on, girl. Whew. Okay. It creates more
Is
problems
that
than it
people
does
calling?
solutions. Huh?
Is that people calling, or is it just going off?
Um, so apparently my do not disturb is not working. I literally just got a notification, so I tried to sweep it out, but then it took me to the videos on Instagram. So it's like I feel like that's your energy, like your life. It's like you'll be doing one thing and then something else just come to say, hey, I see you're busy, but here.
So disruptive.
Yes. Yes. So I think that it's so important that now we're in the awareness that you get like you have disruption around you. Get that meditative state, just breathe. You don't have to be a whole sit down meditation, just 4 seconds, 4 minutes, whatever. Because what happens is you end up getting burnt out. You feel emotionally burned out right now. Retreat and recover before continuing. Tell me about this addiction. Hmm. So I asked for clarity on the addiction card. It says fated to be alone. You gave up on love because you think you are meant to be alone. It's not true. So you were right. It's not that you're addicted to someone, but you are addicted to, I feel like convincing yourself that love that you'll be alone, that you're fated to be alone. So and you when as every and you have to remember the universe responds. So if you're thinking I'm fated to be alone, then the universe is going to respond and send people who have no intentions of staying or giving you that concrete foundation, a solid foundation to move forward or to build on. They're going to keep showing up with people who are just kind of like that Knight of Wands, come in and out whenever they want. Not committed. Always chasing or being chased, you must be willing to commit to one person. So you're probably meant to be in, yeah, with the emperor. The emperor don't play them motherfucking games. They don't play them, multiple people. So I think that's your, as much as you might think that, not every, there's nothing wrong with like polygamy. There's nothing wrong with having multiple partners as long as you're safe and you're not putting yourself in danger.
Mhm.
But it's not for everybody. And how you know when it's not for you is that it's draining, it's not fulfilling, it kind of like creates chaos. It's not for you. You're gonna have to learn how to heal that that fear that I wonder what the fear is. Like maybe that they'll leave. Maybe it's scarier to like maybe it's scarier to have someone come into your life for a period of time and then leave versus never having anybody at all.
I agree
Mhm.
wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So you have to heal that
Oh,
because
okay.
because you're you're meant to be committed to one person. So we have unavailable and unlovable. There's actually love cards in this
Damn,
deck. I hope you know that.
unlovable is crazy. But
Right?
go
But
on.
this could be how you feel,
Oh, just so is
unconsciously.
this how you feel? How I feel, or how I am?
Either. It's you're the confirmer. And if you don't know now, do some breathing exercise. Think about it. You'll come back later and you'll let me know. Think about like a time where where you felt or saw this energy. But it says practice radical self-acceptance and love yourself with all your flaws. So this kind of confirms this fated to be alone energy because it says you gave up on love. So the only way you can give up on love is to believe you're unlovable because even if you give up even if you give up on love, it doesn't you can't control other people. You can't control who falls in love with you, right? Unless you're unlovable. So if you make yourself unlovable, then you kind of put yourself in a situation where you're fated to be alone. Does that make sense?
I guess if I'm like giving out that energy, because I feel like I'm lovable, and other people might tell me that, and then I don't believe them. So I'm still gonna walk like I'm unlovable,
Mm.
and maybe that energy also kind of like repels the right people
But why don't you believe them if they say they love you?
because they probably don't know what they're talking about.
Why wouldn't they know what they're talking about?
Because people are sheep and they just see what they want to see. And I have some actual issues that probably would actually cause me to be unlovable if you're spending enough time reflecting on what you're looking at.
And that's why this card says practice radical self-acceptance and love yourself with all your flaws. So once you do that, you'll feel lovable and you'll be able to actually believe that somebody is capable of loving you because you're lovable. Hmm. Okay, so let's get some messages here.
Hmm?
We're gonna get some get messages, some spirit messages, some guidance, some yeah. I don't know what to call it. I don't know. It's funny, like I'm just drawing a blank. Allow. Let it all flow to you. Allow others to lead. Let go of control and expectations. Trust what is yours will always find you. So spirits want you to just allow things to flow when especially when it comes to relationships. Because oftentimes that those expectations that we create for other people are usually impossible to meet. And they're impossible to meet because their expectations we're not even willing to reach. you know, like if you're not really willing to practice radical, radical mean radical
Hmm.
self-acceptance.
Yeah.
How can why would you allow somebody else to? That's controlling, right?
Mm.
So it says, observe how you're feeling. Sit with it without labels or judgment. Practice just observing yourself and others. Not everything needs your reaction. So you don't have to react to everything.
Oh.
Maybe that was you, the Knight of Swords. You reacting to the ending. You reacting to like how things ended before.
Oh, like what do you call that? What's that word? It starts with P? Perception, perspective, projection. All right.
Yep, yep. That's it. Lessons. Karma teaches you what you need to grow. There are no mistakes. Never lose. You never lose. You always learn. So you never lost anything, even though you have to walk away from things, even though things ended, you never lost anything. You just learned something. And it's funny because that's literally what the spread said. Like the death card happened, the strength card happened. You walked away from something. You going into abundance. You starting a new beginning. This emperor about to pop up, like after this hermit, like fast, because the chariot, like girl. But you're gonna be like guarded, or at least if not guarded, you're gonna be you're gonna be 10 toes down. Like, like it's not gonna be easy. I would say that it won't be easy for this emperor to just come to you on his horse or his motorcycle, whatever the fuck he riding in his chariot, and just sweep you off your feet. You're gonna be like, you don't have to wait till I get up. You can't pick me up off this stone chair. Like, you're not have to wait till I get up. You know, trust the wait. Just when the caterpillar thought his life was over, she began to fly. It's her life was over. She began to fly. Embrace the uncertainty. When nothing is certain, anything is possible. You are transforming. That was the first thing I said. I said, you're going through a transformation.
Yeah, you did say that.
Metamorphosis, this is butterfly effects. Listen more. Listen more than you speak. Listen to understand, not reply, with your whole body. Notice what is not being said. So they want you to listen more, at least more than you speak. Because how else would you observe? Can't observe if you're talking, right? This will say, mind your business, and I'm gonna leave right here. Mind your business. Let others do what they want. You can't change anyone. Keep your distance from those who drain you.
Mm.
And I was literally just talking about that with the addiction part. I think I forgot when I said it, but questions, comments, concerns. Did that help?
Um. Well, okay. So the mind your business one,
Mhm.
I'm just really trying to figure out where that fits into my life because I think I just well I thought in my opinion I think I do a pretty good job of like not being in other people's shit and
All
doing
right.
my best to stay out of it. To be honest.
Well, let's see. Clarify this mind your business. What does she need to know her business about?
Oh snap! That's the spirits.
Clarify this mind your business. Narcissist, egotistical, opportunist, fragile. Smell the roses.
Hey,
Envy.
that happened last time.
Yeah. So that means like something. This needs to change. Puzzle. Chaos at the bottom. Okay. So what it's saying is like, because this is draining. No, a narcissist is very draining. Um, being envious or having envious people, that's draining. Being puzzled and confused, that's draining. So I think that like what it's saying is it's more so about keep your distance from those who drain you. So like it's very possible that you could come across um or you want to come across like a, I want to say healer, but I don't see that here yet. Like a problem solver, right? Let's say somebody's going through something. You want to,
Okay.
huh?
I thought I was a problem solver.
You are, but not everybody deserves your answers because, like, the people that drain you, them, you need to like when it comes to people that drain you, when it comes to people that are narcissistic, when it comes to people that are envious of you or other people, when it comes to people that makes you confused,
Um,
um,
yeah, they talking about my family for sure.
yeah. So what spirit is saying, like when it comes to those people, because they're gonna go through things, they're gonna go through chaos or upheavals or whatever the fuck they're doing, and they're gonna probably come to you for help, because you have that, you're smart, you're a teacher, like you have that knowledge. But that's just a way to get in to interrupt. I feel like to interrupt, like to slow you down, because the smell of roses does say slow down, even though it's talking about smell the roses, but I feel like it's tying in to like just give the message, right? So it's almost like when people come, oh, there it is. It hit me. You know how we talked about you need to like take time out to yourself, and people are going to be interrupting you when you had that time when you're smelling the roses. You like take time to yourself.
Oh, because they need my help.
Yup, man, your business. You are your business, not them.
Okay, that makes sense. So like instead of what I need to do for myself, I be helping people, and
Yup,
that is
you put yeah. So in those instances, you need to mind your business. So just even say that. Like sometimes, like when I had that card come out for me, I had to remind myself, I gotta mind my business. When people start asking for too much or gossiping, I'm like, that ain't business, girl. Just listen. Don't even say nothing. Don't get caught up into the gossip. The gossip windfall. Just let them talk. Look at it like they're just venting. Let them vent. You don't have to respond. You don't have to try to convince them they're wrong. You don't just listen. Not even a little smirk. They'll get it. And when they don't hear from me for a week or so, a month, a year, maybe they'll actually think like, the last time we talked, I did this. She probably didn't like that. I'm not gonna do that again. Or I could just do the right thing, just say, hey, I'm not big on talking shit about people. So can we not do that? Don't you have other friends? There's friend. I'm sure you have a friend that absolutely loves the gossip. Go talk to them. you know. So, but I can be passive in that way. So,
Mhm.
but that was your reading, my love. I hope that helped. How you feeling?
um, I feel I don't know what the word is for this, but I feel like more connected to the inside of myself.
I love that. We need to make that
Can you tell me what that means? Because I don't know. I know there's a word for that. I know you know what I'm talking about.
yeah, to be more connected to the inside of yourself, like
Yeah, it's like like okay, so like
emotion,
if sometimes
oneness.
like life is on copilot or whatever, or like you're just autopilot. I mean, and you're just like watching it from far away, but like you're not really in it for real. And then, but like these types of conversations like make you
Present.
be there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Present.
Oneness
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
or present. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of
And
those.
definitely more like real. Like this is real life, and it's not just what you're displaying to the
Yeah.
world while you're numb.
Well, that's good. I'm happy to hear that. Happy healing, my love.